Hi everyone, and welcome back to this day of live little sneak peek broadcast into what it is like behind the scenes here at SPED Homeschool and the grassroots work that we do to empower parents to home educate struggling learners. And this little segment video is we're going to talk about our board of directors. And so I have our SPED Homeschool Vice Chair, Dr. Jan Bedell, with me. Thank you so much for joining me, Jan.
It's just such a pleasure to be with you and involved in everything that SPED is doing.
Thank you. And so Jan has been part of the SPED Homeschool Board. I think you came on like right after that first year, so maybe in 2018. We incorporated in 2017. So you've been with our board for a while. How have things changed at SPED Homeschool since we've started?
Well, I think it's just been miraculous. I
Mm,
love what's happening with people stepping up and comforting others that with the
yeah.
comfort that they've received, and
Mm-hmm.
just the giving and caring that goes on with the interactions with other families, the encouragement, that kind of thing. That has just seems like exponentially grown. And then um, we have an amazing leader with Peggy Ployhar, and she just comes. God just inspires her with new things and brings connections, and new things are always happening. It's just amazing. I mean, to go from just helping a few people to a website with resources that are just growing, where people
Mm-hmm.
can just come to one place and really get the the benefit of many people's experience.
Mm.
I just love that.
Yeah, yeah. And Jan is a regular contributor to our blog, which we'll be talking about later today. But like you said, it's like this hub of resources, which has been the vision that God has given me from the beginning. But how that all came together, I had no idea. We've just kind of morphed and changed as God has led, and been comfortable to say, well, that didn't work. Let's try something new, and then the things that stick, we just run with. And then last year we had an explosion in the
Mm,
homeschooling marketplace, and thankfully we had a lot of resources already created to help meet that need. But we also had a very big setback at SPED Homeschool as I was going through cancer
mm,
and
mm.
all of that, and it made us kind of rethink. I think the board took a step back. And can you talk a little bit about just how we kind of repositioned last year and how we just kind of looked at financial status of our organization and the longevity of it?
Mhm. Well, I think we really zeroed in on the fact that none of us are, I mean, each one of us is expendable, and we have to,
Yes.
we're only here for a certain number of days, and
Yeah.
that we have to make provision for the ongoing work. And
Mm-hmm.
so we focused on how we could do that. Not everybody's in the position to just do work for not any compensation. And
Right.
so we really looked at putting together some financial plans so that we could pay the director. And so I think we've made some good gains in that direction. But,
Mm-hmm.
if everyone, if lots of people chip in, then it
Right.
makes that job a whole lot easier. And,
Right.
and
Yeah.
we did do some sponsorships of organizations
Mm-hmm.
for our talks, and Peggy does some amazing interviews and stuff that are giving great information for each of the people that are needing some direction for
Right.
their children. So that's kind of. Do you think of something else? I mean,
Yeah,
there's
well,
so
yeah,
much
we
that's
started
going
the
on.
sponsorships with businesses, and that has really helped to. Well, we are now paying our team members. They had been volunteers, and that was a huge goal. So starting in March of this year, all of the team members moved over to being contractors
Mm,
and getting paychecks for the hours that they work. We're not to a point for paying me yet, but the funds are accumulating. So, but the goal is to offload some of my work onto to other team positions through some of the giving that's going to happen through this campaign. And so that would be a relief because, well, I enjoy doing the website, but not, it takes away from leading this organization to where it can go, if you're stuck in the middle of all of that. So
yeah.
like you said,
And
just
that's
that
such
long
a
term.
yeah, it's such a good point because the leadership needs to be free to lead,
Mm-hmm.
and you are so gifted in that. We are so fortunate to have you leading the different aspects of the organization. But again, there's only so much time in the day and
Right.
only so much volunteering that someone has
Yeah.
inside of them. And in preparing for the future, we may
Mm-hmm.
not have someone that can just take all that on and as a mission
Right.
without being paid.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's so important for us to join together because I mean, whether you have children with special needs or not, you were so fortunate if you don't, because
Mm-hmm.
the expenses of having a child with special needs is quite staggering,
It is. Mm-hmm.
depending on the need. And so having that money come from within with the with the people that are in need is not the most realistic.
Right, and that's why when we incorporated, and what was one of the main premises that I put when we incorporated this organization is that it wouldn't be a membership based organization. And when you actually establish an organization, you have to say how your funds are going to come. And our funds happen all through donations. There is no membership fee for our parents to get the resources because, like Jan said, our parents are strapped. They are struggling. They have medical bills. They have so many things that they extra financial constraints that we don't want to have to burden them with that. And so
Right.
we make sure that these resources are free. Yes, but it does cost. And looking at our goal of $4,800 to the end of the year, we had 46,000 plus new families just visit our website this last year. Just think if those people would give 50 cents. Each person gave 50 cents, we would make our goal. That's how simple this financial goal really is for the community that we reach. And so yeah, because we do get a
Yeah.
lot of those funds through
The need is
sponsorships.
yes, the need is so great. There it just
Mm-hmm.
seems like more and more children are struggling,
Yeah.
and, if we can help those parents, it's just amazing what can happen in a family when you take some of the stress off with some
Yes.
solutions and some
Mm-hmm.
direction and some comfort. I
Right.
mean, it can,
Mm-hmm.
building up the moms so that they can, just really press in
Mm-hmm.
to what they have to do, the duties that they have to take care of, and
Right.
if we do that, it's huge. It's huge.
Yes. Yeah, it is. I feel like I can make it another day. I think that was what Amy said, and when I was talking to her about the support groups that we have, is these families find I'm not alone, and
Yes.
there are solutions to the things that my child's struggling with, and
Mm,
so we give that hope. And I love, Jan, that we started this conversation by sharing it. It is the comfort that God gave each of us that we
mhm,
share. And this is why we do what we do. We feel a
yes.
calling from above that
Mhm.
that we need to share hope with other families. And that's what spurs us on to keep giving. So, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, it's
Yeah.
just exciting, when you do have some resources and you have the people that are dedicated like they are in SPED, um, God can just multiply that so
Mm-hmm.
amazingly. So I just want to encourage everyone to just check your heart and see what you can do to help. Every little bit helps.
Yes, it does. Yeah, and I'm going to share just so to let you know, if you go to our website at spedhomeschool.com, which is down there on the screen, if you go to that homepage, there's a button that says Join the Movement. If you click on that one, there'll be another donate button on there that will take you to our giving page, which will the extra thing that you can donate with our regular donate button too. But if you want to get our free download, it's a thank you gift actually. It's the SPED Homeschool Do and Do Not holiday list. So that it's kind of like this check and balance if you have a special needs child, what you should be focusing on and what you shouldn't be, and how to get around some maybe those difficult areas. We want to give that to you as a thank you gift. But it will be in the email if you donate on our giving page. That it'll be in your email receipt. So you'll want to take advantage of that. But I do want to share a screen with you right now because we have a thermometer as well that's showing us where we are at with our giving. Right now we have already raised $280 to the $4,800 goal. And again, this is towards the end of the year, but we're hoping to make a big impact on that today, and then continue sharing this with you through the end of the year. So thank you already to those of you that have given, and we are going to continue our work, and we hope that we can head towards the vision that we have for next year.
Absolutely.
But we do need the funding to do that. So thanks, Jan, for joining me and for
Yes,
representing the board of
absolutely.
directors.
Absolutely. It was great to be with you again, as always. And
Yeah.
these are tax deductible
Yes.
donations, right?
Yes.
Just want to
That's
emphasize that
that's a very good
you
point.
can have the end of the year tax deduction here for a
Yes.
very good cause.
Great. Thanks so much, Jan. And thank you all for giving. And I will be back at noon, which is in about a half an hour, as we talk to one of our review crew members and talk about the work that we do, kind of behind the scenes, what it's like to be on our review crew and to review products and services so that parents know what they have available to them to help them with their homeschooling. So we'll see you. I'll see you all then. Thanks again, Jan, for sharing your time, and thank you all for praying for our ministry and for just praying how you may be able to contribute to our year-end campaign. Bye, everyone.